I've been ordering some things from HobbyKing as I'm building a new FPV quad with an Arduino Ardu Pilot 2.4 board for FPV, and it's always tempting when you're buying these bits and pieces to add extra things that you need to that don't weigh a lot to justify the postage, and this is one of the things that I purchased to go on the new quad for orientation. It's a string of LED lights on tape. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a string of individual LEDs, and the way the tape is worked is you can actually cut and solder the tape together, but it comes in quite a length with a control board and two connectors. Now I've actually soldered this balance tap onto this so we can run it. It'll actually run from, I'm not sure if you can read that, but it'll run from anything from 7 to 12.6 volts. So basically from pretty much 1S to 3S, it'll take natively the voltage from it, which is good for me because it means as I'm running the quad on 3S, I can just connect this when I install it onto the new quad directly into the power distribution board without any messing about. It also has a flying lead to go into your receiver that you can select the mode. Now this thing, if you're looking for it on hobbyking.com, is called a 9-mode multicopter multifunction LED strip with control unit. So that's a 9-mode multicolour multifunction LED strip with control unit, and I'm looking at it now, and it's 12 bucks 71 cents. So in the UK, you know, you're talking about £8–9 for the unit. It doesn't weigh a lot. And my idea is that I'm actually going to put this either around the edge of the quad or just along the front, haven't made my mind up yet, for orientation in flight. So what I thought I'd do is actually set this up and connect it to a battery pack and also to a receiver. Use one of these little orange things and a battery eliminator circuit. Just connect all this up and then connect the lights to the gear channel so that I can just flick the switch on and off on the transmitter and show you how it works. So I'll just plug all this stuff together. I'll plug the balance tap into the battery, I'll plug the main supply for the battery eliminator circuit into the main power outlet, and I'll plug the cable from the lights into the gear channel. So let me do that and we'll come straight back. So what I've done is I've connected this up now. I've also turned the light on the desk on, just because when I've tried to show this on the video, because these are quite bright LEDs, they kind of blow out the camera and everything looks like a really bright light, and it's hard to see what it's actually doing. So what you have here is you have the battery connected to the universal battery eliminator circuit, connected to an orange receiver pack. On the gear channel, that's connected into the controller for the lights, and the balance tap is supplying the power, but in reality that would be connected to the power distribution board in a multicopter. So what I'm going to do now is flick the gear switch, because that's the channel that it's connected into here, and show you each of the functions. Function 1 is off, surprise surprise. Function 2 though is a blue solid light. Flick it again, it goes into a fast cycle. You click it again, it goes into like a very light purple solid colour. Next one is like a very bluey white solid colour. The next one is a white flash. The next one is a gentle colour cycle, so it'll start in one colour and kind of change, so there it goes, pulsing through. The next one is a green solid, and then finally it's onto a quick RGB colour cycle, and then once more it's back to the solid blue. So these lights, when I first put them in, I wasn't sure how they actually worked and how you access the 9 programmable modes. I initially connected them to the throttle channel, hoping that that would actually, as I moved the throttle up and down, each value range would actually initiate a certain colour. that it doesn't work that way. You literally have to cycle through each of them in turn to get to the mode that you want. So if you're flying, you'd have to basically keep flicking the switch until you hit the one that you wanted to fly with, and then kept it like that. If you accidentally caught the switch while you're flying and then turned it back on, you get a different colour or you get a different effect. I think that's fine. I think that's still useful, but I think to be able to select the colour or the colour flash combination via setting the channel value would have been very useful, because then you could have had it off and solid white, or you could have had a 3-position switch where you had it off, solid white, and maybe flashing red for another use. But that's the way it works. I think I quite like these things. I think they're very cheap, so you know, if something happens to them, I'm not going to be heartbroken. But hopefully that's useful for those of you who are looking at on the HobbyKing website and not sure of what they do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, post any comments or questions.